Cooper gang members does it take to open a door?
Welcome viewers to the final part of my Sly Cooper Thieves in Time replay. It's time to play the Epilogue mission, in which Sly finally takes on the Paradox and stops the whole time-traveling catastrophe. Yep, it's all gonna end once and for all here. Let's do this. And of course Sly must also save Carmelita, who is being held captive by the Paradox. And I have a feeling that Sly's not going to be doing this whole mission alone.
Alright, we all know this is our last shot at stopping La Paradox and rescuing Carmelita. Currently, his blimp is docked outside the museum. I can't pinpoint Carmelita's exact position, but I believe she's being held somewhere near the loading bay. Sly, there appears to be a utility hatch on the blimp's underside that will get you inside. You can use one of the mooring lines to reach it. Once you're in, try to gather as much information as you can. But remember, we'll be right behind you, so don't do anything rash. Murray, I need you to get the van ready. We're gonna need backup for this one. So first, you and I are going on a little recruiting trip. Then we'll rendezvous with Sly inside the blimp and figure out our next move. Okay, I realize it's not the most elaborate plan, but it's the best we've got. So everybody watch your backs, and let's go take that skunk down once and for all.
Indeed, let's.
Okay, Bentley, I'm in. I can see Carmelita.
Just hold on, Sly. We're almost there. You know it's a setup.
I know, pal, but I don't have a choice. Just get here as fast as you can.
It's a trap. I know it. It's definitely a trap.
Carmelita!
Sly! No!
Two rats in one trap. I knew you could not resist, Cooper. You are so predictable.
Oh yeah? Well, how's this for a prediction? I'm gonna kick that stripe right off your tail.
Yes, and now comes the big threats from the little man. As I said, predictable.
Let us out! You afraid of a fair fight, coward?
No, I don't think so. I have something special planned for you two. It is, how do you say, a going away party.
Okay, listen up. You all know why you're here. We have to find your canes and get you back where you belong now. If we don't, we'll never be able to repair the damage La Paradox has done.
What about Sly?
He's on his own for now, Murray, but I'm sure he'll be fine. It's Sly. Ryoichi, you're up first. My readings show your cane is somewhere in this room.
I can sense it too, Bentley-san.
Well, how's that for backup? All of Sly's ancestors that we met in the whole game. Oh crap, I forgot about that. But still, how's that for backup? So the first objective is to get all the ancestors their canes back, obviously starting with Ryoichi, and it's about time he finally got his back.
Red Troopers at 12 o'clock!
Okay, let's get these rats out of the way. Gonna get them all out of the way permanently. Oh, come on, just face my thunder punches.
No time for a break, guys. We have to keep moving. There's Bob's cane. Looks like this one is all you, Ryoichi.
It is my pleasure, my most hairy ancestor.
I hope that was a compliment there, Ryoichi. So let's get the Neanderthal Raccoon's cane back now.
Where are you? If you're not here in 30 seconds,
You just gotta keep doing the Ninja Spider jump, or I forget what this special ability is called.
Okay, Laparadox is gearing up for something. We need to hurry. Keep moving, Ryuichi.
Not a problem, Bentley. In fact, I'm already there.
Great. Wait, Ryuichi, I'm picking up an energy field shift centered on you.
Yes, I sense it is my time to go. It has been an honor meeting all of you. Sayonara.
It's working! The temporal abnormality is correcting itself. Bob, we need you to get Salim's cave.
why do you persist?
Okay, so it's Bob time for the final time. And this is, well, believe it or not, this is the only time in the game where you see Bob use his cane instead of the big bone. Oh my god. And even after you beat the game and you go back to episode 3, Bob will still be using the big bone instead of his cane.
You'll never win the paradox.
These things, or the ice, it comes back out pretty quickly.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
What can we do, Bentley?
We can help the ancestors get their canes, Murray, as fast as we can. Don't slow down, Bob.
I won't slow down for even a microsecond. Come on, come on.
Your determination is impressive, but ultimately pointless comparison.
This better be the last jump before I reach the Salim's cane. Okay, there we go.
Outstanding, Bob. Looks like you're heading home now. Watch out for those penguins. This is going well, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Not by a long shot, apparently. So as you may have guessed, you'll play as Salim after this. Oh boy, coins galore. Ride the lightning, rodents.
Keep pushing. Salim, you're the only one who can reach Gallus Cave.
Forsooth! I would entrust this to no other! Oh, again with the climbing?
Now, Salim, this is no time for complaining.
We've got some planning to do.
Oh, come on.
Get going, Salim. We've got some planning to do.
Engineering, get me more power. I need to move up the schedule.
What are you up to, Paradox? Salim, no time for napping. We need to step it up.
And again, these things come out, or come back out quickly.
All this climbing is going to turn me into a monkey.
Yeah, well, be thankful that your part is pretty short. After that, you can retire for good.
Very nice, Salim. You've definitely earned your retirement.
I salute your excellence, Sir Salim.
All right. Now that we got Mr. Cranky Pants home safely, we need to press on. Gallup, we need your skills to get Tennessee's cave.
Verily shall it be in thine command, hence and forthwith.
You talk funnier than a two-headed jackalope, but thanks, amigo.
Here we go.
I find your optimism quite charming.
I do believe that there's a Sly mask somewhere around here. Well, of course I don't remember where it is. Oh god, I so don't want to fall down there. And yes, I do want to look for that mask before I move on. Well, that crate had absolutely nothing, not even coins. Okay, I'm not finding it anywhere.
Favors the bold. So boldly shall I attack.
Sorry, nose was itching. Okay, screw the mask. I'm just gonna move on now.
Warning. Power output at 200%.
Catapult crash technique. Do your stuff.
Yeah, break those fuses to disable that laser grid.
Fear not. Sir Gallet will triumph.
Yes, you will, like you always do. I think the Sly mask may have been back when I was playing as Ryoichi.
That sounds bad, Bentley. We can use anything to do with Sly?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good. We need to get to the bridge. Sir Gallup, time is definitely of the essence.
Forsooth, shall I venture forward?
Warning. Power output at 200%.
More fuses, Gallup. Take them out and the path should be clear.
Well, good thing there's only one left now.
Yellow alert. Yellow alert. Security breach ongoing. All patrols report for duty.
Why are those thieves still on my head?
Okay, that's it for Gallus' part.
Unacceptable! Have I mentioned this in time?
Truly remarkable, Gallup. This looks like farewell.
Indeed. Once more unto the breach go I. Fare thee well, you all!
More vermin dead ahead.
And this better be the final wave.
You better do your job! Failure is not an option!
Also, why am I still using the electrical punches? And I just realized I still don't have Murray's final upgrade.
Time is up, the paradox.
Might as well show that in like a bonus video, if I decide to make one.
You're getting close, guys. Those switches are completely out of our reach. Tennessee, this looks like a job for you.
Just what I was hoping for, Bentley. I've been itching to get in on the action, too.
No doubt. And I think there might be another slime mask around here.
Come on, kid. This is for all the marbles.
I'll get the job done, just give me a minute. We better have a minute.
Platforms must have a switch somewhere.
Uh-huh, that's right. The kid is back in business.
Yeah, you can clearly hear the ticking, so these things are on the time limit.
7, 6, 5.
Prepare yourself for
Ah, there it is.
Coopers. Prepare yourself for prison.
Attention. Initiating fail-safe backup in 3, 2. Backup failed.
Well, thank God the backup failed.
Danger. Timeline stabilizers at 80%. Danger. Blimp structural integrity failing.
Boy, everything in this blimp is failing.
Appear to be on some kind of
Sucks for the
timer.
paradox.
You better move it.
Well, I'm faster than a jackalope with his tail on fire.
Yeah, so you say back in episode 2.
Tennessee, it's all up to you now.
What are you doing? You rats are
Keep shooting the switches and don't miss a single jump and you'll be good.
Whoa! Pay attention, Tennessee. You need to figure out that lock sequence.
Reckon I ought to break out the old crack shot here. Well, looks like
Actually,
our
the crack
news
shot
ain't good
technique won't be
yet.
necessary.
Yes. Soon Sly Cooper will
you can either use the crack shot technique or just shoot them normally.
Shot ever.
And it's definitely easier to shoot them normally. Oh, okay, I did do it.
I guess break time is over.
Nice shooting. Now let's find Sly.
Ah, alone at last. How cozy.
You want cozy? I'm going to throw you and all your friends into the same prison cell.
Ah, but no. It is the two of you of whom I am thinking. To be together. Forever. Just think of it as the most romantic coffin ever.
Don't count on it, Le Paradox. We've beaten all your other plans.
Ah, but not this time, I think. Look at this. My marvelous contraption. The time tunnel. Something else I had your little friend Penelope develop before her unfortunate failure. Is very much like the time machine, no? With one important difference. From here, I have the control over where you go. And it's programmed to send you and your Interpol shrew on an endless honeymoon. Free of charge. Bouncing through time for all eternity. That's if you survive the trip. But either way, I will never have to see your irritating faces again.
You think this thing can hold me? Just wait until I get out of here.
Why'd you do it, Le Paradox? Why the ancestors? Why not just come after me? What's the deal?
The deal? The deal is you, Coopers. You destroyed my father, and you almost got me. But not quite. And when I rebuilt myself, I swore I would erase the Cooper name from history completely. And so today, my revenge will be complete. It is time now for you to go. Bon voyage!
Sly!
Cooper, you filthy vermin!
Ooh, wait! Cut that closer than a $10 shave. Reckon my time here is up.
Take care, Tennessee.
I will crush you!
No!
Take Carmelita and get off this thing.
We all need to leave right now. That maniac just tore a hole in time-space.
I need to finish this fight here and now, for the whole Cooper clan. And I'm the only one who can glide out of here.
This whole blimp could disappear any second.
Right, so there's no time to argue. Just go.
Sly,
I know, me too.
Come, Cooper!
So this is it, the final boss. First thing you gotta do is, of course, chase after Le Paradox by hopping along these robotic arms. And here you actually fight him. In fact, this whole boss fight is, or almost the whole boss fight, is built around QuickTime events.
It wouldn't have worked out. I'm
Oh,
allergic to
okay, well,
morons.
I hit the wrong button for a second, but I didn't seem to get penalized. Now you gotta mash the button.
Not as pitiful as that mustache.
Yeah, screw your mustache, Le Paradox.
What? You cheated!
I did not. Sly wouldn't cheat during a boss fight. Or would he?
What the?
A lucky breath, Cooper!
Okay, phase 2.
You'll be lucky if I only break your neck. Come on.
I don't think you'd rather do that, Sly. I mean, usually breaking necks could kill people. It usually does. And you're no killer. Well, actually, you pretty much are.
Make it painless for you.
Why don't you come over here and take
Oh.
it?
I guess I wasn't fast
You
enough right
can't
there.
wait, Cooper. Deep down, you know I'm superior.
And it seems that the buttons are the same every time. Oh. Oh. Okay, almost missed it again. Oh, triangle, triangle, and mashing square.
Well, I'll teach you a lesson.
You, sir, have crossed the wrong sword.
There is something wrong with this stupid sword.
Indeed there is, with yours, obviously.
Where is that little weasel?
I know it's difficult, Cooper.
Well, apparently
but
he's
try
also
to
learned
keep up.
how to rail
These
slide
things
like
come apart
Tennessee.
at the seams. Don't
Who would have
fall,
thought?
Then I won't get the chance to kill you myself.
Yeah, well, that's definitely never gonna happen.
So, before we finish this, let me get one thing straight. You came after the Coopers because of what happened to your father?
No, you imbecile! I came after the Coopers to prove that Le Paradox is the greatest thief who has ever lived. Is there any doubt? Ask yourself this. If the Coopers were truly the greatest thieves in history, and I have stolen their most valued possessions, then what does that make me?
An idiot? You had it made. You could have been the biggest thief of all time, but you had to target my ancestors and blow your own cover. You exposed your operation because of your ego. No Cooper would have done that. And for the record, can you really say you stole the canes? Seems like your friends did all the real work.
Enjoy your words, Cooper, because they will be our last.
Sly is right, though, that Le Paradox quote-unquote friends did all the work. You know, stealing the canes.
Thought we were gonna be pals.
Oh, why would you ever think that, Sly? And yes, this is the final phase.
Your doom. It's time to end this.
I agree. But I'm not the one who's going down.
That's right, Sly, you're not. Ooh, that's gotta hurt, huh?
I tire of this charade, Cooper. There's just no...
Well, then let's end this charade already.
Sure there is. It's right there on top of your head.
This is it. It's time to finally finish this. And it's over.
This is not right. My plan was perfect.
Sorry, pal. You just can't plan for a Cooper.
Just please help me.
Why should I?
I do not wish to die.
I guess you won't be doing any harm from a prison cell.
As I said, so predictable.
You won't get away with this. I'll find you.
Au contraire, Sly Cooper. I do not think we will meet again.
Le Paradox best hope that he'll land in water.
It's been a while since that night, but there's still no sign of Sly. Or that cursed blimp. The skunk could barely tread water. So by the time they picked him up, he was happy to see them. Word is he earned a special cell in solitary confinement, where the only thing he'll be collecting from now on is gray hair. Both Paris and the Thievius Raccoonus were back to normal, but that hardly made us feel any better. At first, we just waited, assuming Sly would show up the way he always did. But as the days stretched into weeks, we had to face the fact that he was truly lost. We've stopped talking about it all the time, but I know it's all we're thinking about, even if we show it in different ways. Murray seems like his usual cheerful self, but I can tell there's a new level of seriousness underneath it all. He's on the professional wrestling circuit now, and he's really been pushing himself. I know he's doing it to keep his fighting skills sharp. Like all of us, he wants to be ready for action the minute we locate Sly. Carmelita returned to Interpol, where she threw herself into her work, busting criminals at a record pace. She's been so busy, I haven't seen her for a while now. My sources tell me she's conducting her own investigation into Sly's whereabouts. Out of everyone, I think she took his disappearance the hardest, even if she never shows it. At least not in public. As for myself, I continue to search. Even using all my technology, I haven't found a clue. The time machine is no help since we need to know where Sly was for that to work. I get discouraged sometimes, but I'll never give up. Because I know Sly's out there, and I know that wherever he is, we will find him. Ryuichi Cooper continued to refine his master ninja techniques as well as his sushi. And while his thefts were never detected, his sushi restaurant was recognized as the finest in Japan. El Jefe remains behind bars. He was transferred to a South American prison, where he now works rolling cigars. Unfortunately for him, there's no smoking allowed. Tennessee Kid Cooper recovered his gold and his place in history as the greatest outlaw of the Old West. His legend grew even bigger when he began stealing from crooked lawmen exclusively. Toothpick was arrested and became part of a chain gang working on the railroads. He eventually went deaf and faded into obscurity. Caveman Cooper kept up his physical training and returned to his role as egg thief extraordinaire. Perhaps most importantly, he pioneered the use of his cane as a tool for thieving. The Grizz received a lengthy prison sentence and began a new career as a rap artist. In his spare time, he paints portraits of his fellow inmates. Sir Gallup Cooper returned to his heroic adventures and went on to form the Knights of the Cooper Order, a gallant group that stole from corrupt nobility. He also became a successful, if overly dramatic, actor. Penelope was sent to Europe's highest security prison, where she promptly escaped. She remains at large, and the police have no clue as to her whereabouts. Recently, however, I've been receiving mysterious postcards. Salim Al-Kupar finally retired from thieving and took a long nap. Then he dreamed up a lucrative new business. Parking his camel around town, he sold snacks to hungry customers. It was highly successful. After being locked up, Miss Decibel decided to make some changes. She had the horn removed from her trunk, enrolled in anger management classes, and began teaching music to other prisoners. With continued good behavior, she might get an early parole. Dimitri returned to his globetrotting ways as a celebrity scuba diver, and even launched a new line of fashion wear. He's so successful, there's a new reality TV show chronicling his adventures. It's called Disco Diver. Paradox had all his assets seized, including his art collection, and everything was donated to the city of Paris. I'm told his cell was modified to be completely odor-proof. I suppose that's good for the guards, since he's going to be living there for a very long time.
Well, I do believe this is the end of the credits. So, that's it. My replay of Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is, well, not exactly complete. I mentioned earlier that I may think about uploading a bonus video, one where I search for all the treasures and all the slime masks. That way I can show you what you unlock for collecting all of them. There is one little thing I want to show off, one last thing, before I end this video. In fact, I'll definitely be checking PeepNet first, because Murray's last upgrade's gotta be available, and maybe even Bentley, Slice, and Carmelita's. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, maybe, oh, okay, that's right, the upgrades, or the final upgrades were already available earlier, but I wasn't able to afford them yet. So Murray's last upgrade is Cups of Confusion, which causes his punches to make the enemies confused and whatnot. And I still can't afford the rest of them right now. Well, actually, there's appears to be only one upgrade left for me to buy. Okay, so when you go over here, you can view each of the costumes that you got from each episode. And you get bios for them as well. Might as well go for all of them and just pause the video if you want to read these. So I should probably show off how you can... Or, wait, I think I already showed this off earlier. I was gonna say that you can replay missions and such, and when you come to this, it tells you exactly how many Sly masks and treasures are in each episode. Like, for Paris, for example, I only have 2 Sly masks left to get, and obviously there are no clue bottles, treasures, or saves. I only have 3 Sly masks left for episode 1, and 11 left for the treasures, and I don't need to mention all this. You can clearly see how many of each of these I'm missing. But of course you did see me get all the clue bottles and open all the saves. So this right here is pretty much like a game area. This one right here is playing table tennis. And over here, where you can see Murray is trying to repair some kind of arcade machine. You can't play this one right now, and in order to do so, you need to collect treasures, or... Yeah, you gotta collect treasures in each episode to unlock each of the arcade machines that you get. Yeah, there are several of them. And over here, you can see that there's a collection of every treasure that you find laying around the open world sandboxes in each episode. But there's no need to show all of that. So, I do believe this is it. If I do decide to make a bonus video where I get the rest of the collectibles, I'm not so sure if I want to do commentary on those. In fact, I'm not so sure if I really want to do that at all, but I'll think about it. So, thank you all for watching. I shall see you all later, where I decide what game I want to play next. Bye, guys.